guys, Dan Maitland here from Training with Mates. In this episode today, we're going to be talking about overtraining, the signs and symptoms that you see by it, and also the tips on how to prevent it from happening. Our theme for this week is, are you servicing and self-maintaining yourself? So these are some of the things to be really careful of in terms of overtraining. So often with elite athletes, 5 to 15% of them experience overtraining throughout a year. I reckon this is a lot more prevalent in general population clients and athletes that we see, because they have a lot more going on in their lives than just the sport. They've got work and other things to deal with. So overtraining often happens with an increase in load over a short amount of time, particularly when the limited amount of recovery is occurring. So basically, the signs and symptoms to look for if you think you might be overtraining is a lot of stiffness and soreness that you don't usually experience, increase in fatigue, increase in irritability and moodiness that you don't usually have, and often as well I see is people actually lose motivation and drive to get to training and perform. So if you're noticing that, these are the things that you should really do. There's a few things that you probably heard about, but one of the biggest things that I like to say to people is monitor what you're actually doing and what you're actually doing in terms of your training load throughout the week and over the month. It's really important to schedule in rest time and deload weeks, because if you don't do that, then you're just going to be high loading the whole time and actually not recovering. So training less can often sometimes be a lot better than not. The second best thing to do next is to make sure that you get some psychological well-being in place. So what I like to recommend for people to do is to get involved in meditation and some mindfulness things that will make you get away from your everyday training load or your everyday workload. Go from a social point of view, go and associate with people that are outside of your training group or outside of your team, and just get away and distract yourself from all that sort of thing. It'll really help you to maintain freshness. So psychological well-being, that's a really important one. Sleep, so making sure you get 7 to 9 hours sleep at least. Turn your phone off, get away from the TV, plan it in advance that you're going to have a good night's sleep. The third one would be practicing mental imagery. So before you do training or your game or whatever it is, really thinking about what you're going to be doing and how you're going to perform, or what you're going to do, will really help you to know what's coming up. So that's that. In terms of reactivating the next day, so once you've had your heavy load of training, I highly recommend people to reactivate their muscles the next day by doing something light, something that will help to promote blood flow to the muscles to really stimulate the recovery process. Massage, get the massage at least once every 4 weeks, if not once every 6 weeks, to really help with flushing out the system and flushing out any metabolic byproducts that are around, or any tightness and whatnot there that might be causing you to feel sore and aggravated. And the final thing that I would say is just get your nutrition spot on. Okay, it's the one thing that you can control, particularly post-training, to help with soreness. 30 grams of protein post-training. Get your carbs, high GI carbs in post-training within a 2-hour window, and you'll recover a hell of a lot better. This time of year, with it being extremely warm, aim to get 2 to 3 litres of water in a day. Put some fruit or something nice into your water so it stimulates you and entices you to drink more. So they're basically about 7 things that you can do to help with your overtraining. If you need anything else or you want advice with how to do that, then please don't hesitate to contact us. Cheers.